Once upon a time there was a baby unicorn named Starlight who lived in a beautiful forest with his parents Moonbeam and Sunray. Starlight loved exploring the forest and playing in the meadows with his unicorn friends. However, there was one thing that made Starlight different from the other baby unicorns. No matter how hard Starlight tried, he could not fly. Starlight felt very upset that he was unable to fly like a normal unicorn. His parents and friends would soar through the skies and loop over the treetops effortlessly. Starlight tried flapping his tiny wings over and over, but his hooves remained stubbornly on the ground. He started to think he would never experience the joy of flight like the other unicorns. One day, Starlight was wandering alone through the deepest part of the forest trying to practice flying on his own so no one would see his failure. As he was walking dejectedly along the forest path, he stumbled upon a strange sight. In the middle of a sunlit clearing stood a tiny ramshackle house surrounded by the most beautiful garden Starlight had ever seen. The garden was bursting with gigantic flowers in every color of the rainbow. Butterflies and hummingbirds darted from blossom to blossom sipping sweet nectar. Starlight couldn't believe his eyes. Where did this magical place come from? Just then, the cottage door creaked open and out fluttered a most peculiar-looking creature. She had the body of a human woman, large glittering wings like a dragonfly, and the antennae of a butterfly. "Hello, young unicorn. Welcome to my home. I am Rosetta the fairy gardener," she said in a sing-song voice. Starlight was amazed to meet a real-life fairy. "I've never met a fairy before," said Starlight shyly. "But why do you live way out here all alone?" Rosetta smiled and said, "I grow healing flowers to help the forest creatures when they get sick or hurt. I needed space for my big garden so I built my little house out here where I can use my magic in peace." Starlight looked around again in wonder. He asked, "Is that why your garden is so beautiful? It's bursting with magic." Rosetta nodded, "Yes, my garden has just a pinch of fairy magic to help my flowers bloom so I can spread healing everywhere." Just then Rosetta noticed the sad look in Starlight's eyes. "What's the matter, little one?" she asked. Starlight looked down at his hooves and said, "I can't fly like the other unicorns no matter how hard I try. I'm starting to think I'll never soar through the sky." Rosetta gave Starlight a knowing smile. "Every creature has a special talent, we just have to find yours," she exclaimed. "Let me make you some magical flower tea to lift your spirits." The fairy plucked some exotic-looking flowers from her garden and brewed a glittering tea inside the cottage. She handed Starlight the tea which smelled sugary sweet. "Drink this, it will help you see your unique gifts," she said. Starlight sipped the sparkling tea. Suddenly he felt tingling all over from his horn to his hooves. "I feel different," he said in amazement. Just then Starlight noticed a brilliant glow emanating from his horn. He felt drawn to a nearby tree with a high branch. As he focused his energy, a giant bubble formed at the tip of his horn and gently lifted him off the ground. Starlight was levitating up to the top of the tree inside the magical bubble where he landed on the branch. "Look, Rosetta, I can fly after all," he shouted down to the fairy. Rosetta laughed, "I knew you could do it. You have the special talent of magical levitation and don't need wings to float through the air." Starlight beamed with pride. He used his newfound skill to bubble float gracefully back to the ground. "Thank you for helping me discover my talent, Rosetta," said Starlight excitedly. "I can't wait to show my parents and friends that I can fly too." As Starlight pranced back through the woods he thought about how thrilling it was to finally find his special talent. He realized you don't have to be the same as everyone else to be special. Starlight was proud to be a unicorn with magical bubbles instead of wings. He would soar through the skies in his own unique way. When Starlight returned home and demonstrated his wondrous flying bubble trick, all the other unicorns clapped and cheered in amazement. His parents were so proud of their special son. And so Starlight never felt badly again about being different. His friends would take turns floating in his magic bubbles and they would all fly together in their own special ways. Starlight realized he could help others in need too, just like Rosetta. He became the most beloved unicorn in the forest and lived happily ever after.